The invasion initiative initiated by Russia is in full swing. Every time Russia says that it is ahead in the war, that it will defeat the war. But the success of the heroic Ukrainian soldiers is obvious. He had started the war on Russia from the north of Ukraine. The Ukrainian army repatriated the invading Russia as far east as Ukraine. Although Russia says that this is just a tactic, the Ukrainian army has inflicted a major defeat on the Russians. When Russia loses, it tries to deny it to people. But no one comes to this game. Because Ukraine's success is obvious. No matter how much Russia tries to attack, the heroic Ukrainian army is sending the Russian army back. According to the latest news, the Russian military wanted to conduct a night operation. The Russian military has identified the Ukrainian army's camp in the city of Kherson. The soldiers of the Russian army in Kherson could not be reached. They thought that the Ukrainian army had destroyed them and prepared an operation. However, the Ukrainian army had set a trap for them. Russia has prepared all its plans and brought its teams to the Kherson border. The specially trained Russian military team advanced from the front. Then they stung the tanks. However, the Ukrainian army was tracking the entire progress of the Russian army thanks to the Bayraktar TB2, which it had removed. The Russian army continued to advance without taking this into account. Later, when the Russian army arrived on the banks of the Kherson Reservoir River, they found 4 Russian soldiers left in a house. The Ukrainian army had dropped off 4 Russian soldiers at that house. The Russian soldiers who came in suddenly disappeared. Because the Ukrainian army had set a trap for the house. Then, unable to hear from his team going to the front, the Russian army drove its tanks and soldiers in the area across the river. The pilots of the Bayraktar TB2 became aware of the impending danger and alerted their soldiers in the area. "Get out of the area, we'll set up a line of fire," they said. And the Ukrainian soldiers in the region left there. A loud voice rose as the Russian army, unaware of anything, mockingly advanced. That was Bayraktar's voice. Bayraktar began to open fire on the advancing Russian army. And the Russian convoy there was destroyed. Russia again, as always, tried to refute this news. However, a few Bayraktar camera images published in secret explain everything. We are unable to share the images due to the fact that it is forbidden to publish. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a statement on this issue. Zelensky said, "Russia is being punished for starting this war. They thought we were a weak country and that they could easily take us. This has never been the case. No matter how much Russia attacks us, we will punish them for it. They're not stronger than us," said. Zelensky's statements show how vindictive he is to Russia. Before Russia started this war, it thought that it could easily take Ukraine. Putin said he would get it in just 3 days. But looking at this day, the war has been going on for more than 6 months. The failure of Russia is in front of the whole world. Putin is trying to hide most of his failures. Finally, Putin had held an emergency meeting at the Kremlin. Some people at that meeting told Putin that they were trying in vain, that he would not win this war. Putin failed to pass on his word to them. According to recent reports, it is said that an assassination of Putin is being prepared. If Putin continues in this way, he may cause great trouble inside the country. Already the Russian people have a grudge against Putin. Financial difficulties within the country cause difficulties for the Russian people. According to some experts, if Russia continues the war, a major war may break out in 5 years. There are Ukrainian settlements in some parts of Russia. Putin can't do anything because he collects a lot of taxes from this part. If these settlements start to revolt, it will be a big problem for Russia. In Ukraine, on the other hand, things are exactly the opposite. Most women and children left Ukraine. And Ukrainian people who want to fight are protecting their country. A Ukrainian woman who volunteered as a soldier said in an interview, "We are all brothers and sisters. There is no such thing in the Russians. I go to my friends who are fighting with me every day and ask them how they are doing. I am interested in them. We dream of a future together. Still we have hope. We will win this war, said. Ukrainian President Zelensky has not left his country alone. Many people said that Zelensky would flee his country at the beginning of the war. However, Zelensky did not leave his country halfway. US President Biden had told Zelensky he could have him. But Zelensky did not accept this. This has brought great morale to the Ukrainian people. If Ukraine wins this war, it will go down in history. According to recent reports, Ukraine is preparing a new operation. He wants to quickly retake the cities captured by Russia. Ukraine has already started training its new soldiers at the moment. Ukraine, which has long recruited more than 200,000 Ukrainian people into its education, is very close to changing the course of the war. A special team from the United States has been training 200,000 soldiers for about 3 months. Russia gives only 3 days of training and sends them to war. Ukraine has once again shown that it wants to win the war. Russia is keeping some of its troops waiting in Russia. The reason for this is a possible world war. If NATO and the European Union get involved, Russia could be in big trouble. Russia is keeping its special troops waiting in Russia for this. He is sending his recruits to Ukraine. That's why Russia can't get what it wants. But even the special teams that he sent to Ukraine were destroyed. The heroic Ukrainian army razed the invaders to the ground. It is unclear how the current course of the war will go and when it will end. But experts say that Ukraine will win. If Ukraine continues to maintain this stability, it can reclaim the territories it has lost, including Crimea, within 1 year. Former US commanders say they like Ukraine's fighting style. They say that Russia will not win the war at this rate. If Russia does not change its fighting style soon, Ukraine will be heading for victory. If you liked the video, press the like key. Subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. If you have an idea, don't forget to mention it in the comments. See you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. Bye. See you.